Hey guys, I got something to talk about here that almost fucking slipped under my radar, and that's Nvidia's announcement earlier this evening, actually at their GDC press conference. Before I go any further, you'll excuse me if you hear any sipping in the background. I'm keeping hydrated while I speak here. So I think Nvidia kind of put their hat in the ring in the console game because they announced, which comes out in May actually, and you're seeing pictures of it as I speak, the Nvidia Shield TV. And they had some pretty bold things to say, I think. Widely more powerful than the Xbox One and PS4, but it doesn't take much money or effort to be more powerful than a PS4 or Xbox One right now. I mean, the second they came out, they were outdated because they were underpowered. But that's a different conversation for a different day. The three main things they were trying to get across was that it can actually output in 4K, which they were really, I mean, it's not going to game in 4K, but they were pushing because of all the television and video content that it's going to receive through the Google Play Store, and it will be able to output in 4K should you actually own a 4K TV, which, let's be real, I don't think most of us do at this point in time, unless you're a rich motherfucker, in which case, hey, go enjoy your 4K TV that you can only watch two things in 4K, and please, go for it. The second thing was the amount of games that are going to be on the Google Play Store. Well, I think they're using Google. Whatever store they're going to use to download and play. And they showed off, they have it's going to have 50 games at launch, and the library is going to go up and up and up, as a lot of things do. But they're going to have a lot of the popular, PC games and such up to this point. A lot of stuff they showed was pretty good. They had Revelations 2, which obviously just came out recently. Actually, the other episode came out today, but that's another video. They showed Dying Light. They showed a few things when they showed like the screenshot of their store. More importantly, they actually had developers coming out on stage and showing their games running on Shield hardware. And for the most part, to be honest, this is not, from what it looks like, I mean, this is still, I guess things could change, but it's not an ultra powerful machine. Like, if you're looking to run a video game at 4K at 60 frames per second, which I don't think any game does that anyway, but if you're looking to run something at 60 frames per second, I still don't think you're going to get it out of this, because most of what they showed was running at 30 frames per second. What wasn't running at 30 frames per second, which is the third part of their presentation, was their new streaming service. So their answer to PlayStation Now and OnLive and all these things that have been trying to corner that market, which, to be honest, I don't think is a big market. I personally am not invested in it at all, because I don't see it as a viable way for me to buy my games. For example, they talked about how they're gonna have a paid a subscription service and then a premium subscription, right? So there's the regular subscription is your games are going to run at 720p 30 frames per second. You're going to have to pay more to get your 1080p 30 frames per second, right? All right, whatever. You're taking up more bandwidth. You got to pay for it. I get it. What starts to bother me now is when they start to talk about those big AAA releases, day one releases that they're going to get, you still have to go and pay a full $60 for. Now, here's my problem. Already, buying a game digitally, you shouldn't have to pay $60. Because the main arguing point of a game being $60, yes, they're expensive to create, to develop, yes. But one of the main reasons it's got to be $60 is the actual physical production part, actually printing the plastic of the discs and burning all the discs. That's where a lot of the production costs are. So you have to assume, first of all, that selling something digitally is already cheaper for the vendor, right? So we took a hit, obviously, we as gamers, because we just let it go. We're still paying full price for digital downloads. Whatever. I'll take it. At least I own the data, the physical data that's on my hard drive. What's scaring me now is you're getting to a point where what Nvidia showed was that these big first day releases aren't going to be part of your subscription. You're going to have to pay full price to play these games until somewhere down the line they decide to add it to their subscription. So they showed oh god, I don't remember what they showed on the screen now. The only thing I remember was Resident Evil Revelations 2, but that wasn't full price. That was like $30 because it's the episodic type of game. They might have showed Dying Light. I don't remember. I apologize for that. But there was one game that was $60, and that's a problem. You see, because I'm not paying $60 to stream a game. If I'm paying $60, I'm owning it somehow, some way. I've made this argument before. I'm not paying $60 to not physically have something. It's just too much money. You need to cut me some kind of a deal. And as I gotta go out here and say, I hope that part of Nvidia streaming service just crashes and burns. All those pay up front $60, here's a game thing, because that's something I don't want to succeed, because I want to actually own what I pay for. I don't want to pay for something that sits on some other guy's server fucking 20 million miles away from my house. You know what I mean? If I'm paying full price for something, I want to have something in my hand, or at least, like I said, I do buy games digitally. Like, I do have a Steam account, so at least download it. I'm not paying $60 to stream something to my house. Sorry, doesn't cut it. Now, in terms of the streaming quality, what they showed on stage, I couldn't really tell because I was watching it through IGN stream on YouTube. I don't know if they were streaming it on Twitch. They probably were, or Ustream or whatever. I don't know. But the stream I was watching on YouTube doesn't support 60 frames per second streaming. So even if what they showed was running at a full 60 frames, like they claimed, I wouldn't have been able to tell. So as far as that goes, I can't really give a judgment because, like I said, I was watching through YouTube, and YouTube streaming isn't the best. The quality wasn't that good. But again, I was watching it through YouTube, so I couldn't really tell. YouTube's a little iffy. One of the things they showed off was there's going to be a TV, like a cable box style remote that you can buy for this machine, which I think is cool. But what's cooler is they really want to sell it as a gaming machine, because instead of bundling it with that remote, they're bundling it with the Nvidia Shield controller, which is the same controller you would get if you got the Shield tablet, right? So they're bundling it with that to kind of drive home the point that, yeah, this is a gaming machine. You know, first and foremost, video games. But they want something they stressed a lot over and over and over during this whole, it was what, an hour and a half, this press conference, was that we want to expand the market to millions and millions, hopefully billions of people that don't. We want this to be the set box for everyone. You watch your TV and you play your games. We want to make it as easy as possible, even for people who've never played games before, to just click and try a game. And that's what they're going for. And in terms of that, you know, I could kind of see them succeeding, just because the price point is $199. You got a machine that, in terms of gaming power, pretty much rivals the Xbox One and PS4, if not edges it out by quite a bit. I mean, regardless of what they show on their pie charts on screen and, you know, the benchmarks and stuff, when you see the games that they showed physically running, like on the hardware, stuff they downloaded, pretty comparable. It basically the same thing, right? So at a cheaper price, if you could find a way, because like I said, it comes out in May, and I haven't seen, this is the first I've heard of it, obviously, this was their announcement. They need to start marketing it full force. They need to get behind this thing if they want it to be the next Xbox. Because if they want it to be that set-top box where everybody gets all their media, if they want the average guy who doesn't play video games to buy this and hopefully get into video games, they need to start marketing it. They need to start showing commercials during, you know, these primetime shows on NBC and ABC. Oh, this is the new Nvidia Shield TV. You can watch all your favorite Hulu and Netflix movies on here, and you can also get any video game you want at the touch of a button. You know, they need to start doing all these things. I don't know if they're going to, but that's kind of what they need to be looking at if they want the average non-gamer guy or girl to pick this up and have it as their main entertainment hub, as opposed to going out and spending $3.99, $4.99 on an Xbox. But yeah, that was basically the gist of their press conference. Like I said, it's a pretty cool looking little box. I like it. I don't know if I'm gonna go and drop $200 on it, just because I have a monstrosity of a gaming PC, right? So I don't need another PC for gaming. I have an Xbox One, I have a PS4, I have a Wii U. I don't really need another box on my entertainment center. I don't even have any room. Even though it's really small, I'll give it that. It's really, really small. I really don't have any room on here to, put anything. That being said, though, I might be swayed to purchase it just to give it a shot. And maybe I'll put it in my living room, where my living room doesn't have... My video games are in my room. So I might just put it in my living room for streaming purposes. But yeah, that was the Nvidia Shield TV. You guys, hopefully leave a comment. Tell me what you guys think. Are you going to buy one? Do you want to buy one? Sound cool? Let me know. I'll catch you guys around.